Hello, good afternoon, how are we doing? Come and jump on, come and say hello. I'm doing my live from a slightly different position today, purely because I wanted my Christmas tree in the background. I decorated my tree recently, so I wanted to make sure it was up in there. I've also got a little Christmas tree here. If anyone has hit the bug and got that Christmas vibe yet, then send me a little bit of love, because I totally am so ready for Christmas now. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to give you a second just to jump on and join me. Sorry, I'm still finishing my cup of tea. Do you like my mug? I'm not bossy at all. They're pretty apt. My brother gave this to me absolutely years ago, so clearly I've just been a bossy cow for a really long time. So anyway, come and jump on, come and join, come and say hello and let me know what you're up to. So whether you are looking at this live or whether you're watching it on replay, if you're looking live, just come and say hello, give me a little wave and tell me what you're up to. If you are watching it on replay, first of all, just pop replay at the start of your comments, just so I know that if I'm not doing it live at the right time for you, but you're still coming to see me, then that'd just be really nice for me to know. Pop replay in there and just let me know what you're up to as well. Hi Debs, Debs is online. Fantastic. So today we're going to talk through K-Fit's top 7 tips and tricks to keep you on track. I'm really excited because I actually said that right for the first time, which is really tricky. Top 7 tips and tricks to keep you on track. Now this is something that I actually use in both of the courses that I am running, one that is launched already and one that is launching in January, and it's also a really big thing that I base all my implementation around in the K-Fit Club. So making sure that you can have the right tips that you need just to stay focused and to stay on track, and they're also small little tweaks in your day-to-day life that hopefully aren't going to make such a big impact. Sometimes if there's really big changes, then we just don't make the change because it's just too much and it's a little bit overwhelming. But hopefully these little tips, even if you don't take all 7 of them, even if you just took one, hopefully they're just going to give you a little bit more implementation there, and then hopefully you'll start to see a bit more of a result. So before I go into it, I just want to ask you from the bottom of my heart, if you think that this is a really good message today, please first of all send me a little thumbs up, but also share it. The biggest thing for me, so that I can get my voice out there and so that I can start to teach better to more people and to hopefully motivate more people. The biggest thing for me, whether they never ever buy anything from me, I don't do this all for money, it's more that I want to get people implementing plans there that work for them. Just share it and let other people know how they can reach those goals, because I feel fantastic from the goals that I've reached. If I can get someone else to feel like that, then that's a job good done. That's a job well done. That's really what I want to do. So that's my please and thank you to you. If you could just quickly hit that share button. You can do it while I'm live, you can do it later, that's all good. So let's have a look at number 1 then. So whatever goal you have, and I'm going to put this in a more of a fitness relation, but it can be in absolutely anything, and I'll try and just tweak it around and change as we go. But whatever goal you want to reach, number 1 is that you need to allocate a time that you're going to focus on your goals and stick to it. So if you were looking at a fitness implementation, I would say that you go to the gym at the same time every single week. I personally don't like the gym. I find that there's nothing more unmotivating than going to the gym. So for me, it's fitness classes. So even if you can't get out to go to a class, it would be that, right, okay, 7 o'clock on a Monday evening, that's when I have my time to implement my fitness. So that's when I'm going to go for my run. That's when I'm going to do my online fitness. That's when I'm going to go to my class or go to the gym. So you know the day and time that you do it and stick to it. Don't let anything else get in the way, you know? It's like, you know, having a shower in the morning. You don't skip that. So don't skip your fitness routine. It's like having dinner. You don't skip your dinner, so don't skip your fitness routine. In fact, get it done before and then you've earned that dinner. Really important. Stick to those timings. I think it's very easy. I think this is another reason why I'm not a massive fan of the gym, is because if there's nothing really pushing you to go, then you're not really that likely to go. You really have to have that force behind you that I am going to go and do this. So that's number 1. Allocate a time and stick to into it. And actually, looking at that from a non-fitness point of view, if that was that you allocated a time in your week to work on your new project, okay, again, Monday evenings at 7 o'clock, that's the time, 7 till 9, I'm not going to watch Netflix, I'm going to make sure I'm working on my project. Really, really important. Okay, so that's your number one. Number two, get up 30 minutes earlier. Yes, that means if you did that Monday to Friday, you're going to lose 2.5 hours sleep. I tell you what, if you're doing that to train or to build on your fitness, you will have more energy than you would have got from those 2.5 hours sleep. I pinky promise you. So if you cannot get that exercise implemented in the evening, if you've got kids, if there's too much going on, everything that's happening around the house, it just means that you're not getting it done in the evening. Well, promise yourself that you're going to do it in the morning. And you know what? That doesn't even have to be every morning. You could do it 3 mornings out of 7. That's not even half your week. Definitely implementable, definitely worth doing. So again, if that's to work on your new project, I have massive projects that I'm working on. I am also running a business. So I've got to make sure that I'm giving myself enough time to do both. If that means I get up earlier, or if that means I stay half an hour later, then so be it, because they're my goals and they're what I want to do. So have a little think about that. That's your number 2. Get up 30 minutes earlier. Number 3, this is a super big one. Don't sit down. So sometimes we have our 9 to 5. It's actually, I think sometimes people are really lucky if they have a 9 to 5 job. My job is 8 in the morning until 9:30 in the evening. And it's so easy when you get home just to think, I'll just sit down for 5 minutes. I'll just check my news feed, I'll just check Twitter, I'll check my Instagram, I'll check my Facebook, and then before you know it, it's been a half an hour, you've not done anything, and the chances are, once you've sat down, you are much less likely to get on with what you wanted to do. So don't do it. Get down, go and do what you come into the house, put your keys down, sort everything out, take your jacket off, and then just go and set yourself to work. If that's fitness, put your fitness bra on. As soon as I know, once my sports bra is on, I'm going to exercise. I have put all that effort on to strap everything in, and I don't have a massive amount to strap in anyway. But you know what? That was effort. I'm going to go and do it now and go and put a bit more effort in. So worth it. So yes, number 3, don't sit down. Number 4, put other jobs out of sight and put your phone in another room. Now this is a really big thing for me. I have so many issues with my phone dinging. I am in so many WhatsApp groups. I have emails pinging in, all sorts of bits and bobs, and it is so distracting. I actually find, and lucky for me, being a fitness instructor, I can't look at my phone while I'm teaching a class. So actually when I go out and exercise, I'm very concentrated on what I'm doing. I know that probably wouldn't be the case if I was doing a fitness course at home. I fully know that. So I would put my phone in another room. And I think it's actually really good to have a bit of time away from your phone. I would highly recommend that to anyone. I had a whole day. I actually went out for a whole day a few weekends ago, and I was out from about 7 in the morning till about 9 o'clock in the evening, and I forgot my phone. And for the part of it, I felt like I'd lost my arm. And then the other part of it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually just going and talking to other people. I was at a big seminar and I couldn't hide behind my phone. I had to just go and talk to people. So much better. It's so much better. So definitely give yourself some time away from your phone. But talking about this from a project point of view, if you find that you have loads of work to do, you just need to sit down and do it. If you do that and your phone is just pinging at the side, it's so unlikely that you're going to get stuff done. If you give yourself 20-minute chunks, put your phone away and just get it done and just see what you can achieve in 20 minutes, I think you'll be really surprised with yourself without your phone there. Really important. Okay, so that's a big thing about procrastination there as well. So if you are a bit of a procrastinator, that's really hard to say, then try and give that a go and see if you can have some time away from your phone, and then you will definitely start to see hopefully a bit more of an improvement. I'm going to drink my tea because it's going to go cold. Number 5, are we ready? Tell other people about your new routine. So whatever your new goal is, whether it's new or something that's been in your head for a while, Tell someone about it. And I've talked about this in both of my lives already, about accountability. Holding yourself accountable to something means that you are so much more likely to do it. And this is why in my next course, I am holding people personally accountable. I am making sure that people are going to do their routine. I don't want people just to sign up and then never, ever, ever look at that fitness course ever again. No, I'm not having any of that. I want people to achieve with it. So I am going to be holding accountability Facebook groups for people that are joining in with the course. And I actually read an article on this the other day, and I'm just going to quickly talk you through. This is why I keep looking over here, because I've got my notes here. So it says that you are 10% likely to do something if it's just a thought or idea. So if you had a thought, I could really do with losing a stone or two, or I want to lose so many inches, or I want to go and try this thing, then you're 10% likely to do it if you just talk about, if you think about it. If you tell someone, you are then 65% likely to do it. You're 65% more likely to go and do what you've just wanted, what you've been thinking about, because you've actually voiced it to someone else. That's so powerful. So that's the biggest thing for me. If you can do something and tell someone that you are accountable, and then that you want to do this thing and it's going to make you accountable by telling them, then that is so powerful. Just look at the difference in the likelihood of you actually going to get that done. And actually, this is another bit, you are 95% more likely to do it if you report to someone for that accountability and you set a date. So if you say to someone, I want to do this by this date, and you say, look, can you just help me and can you hold me accountable? There you go, you've got it. And I don't mean that by just offloading to someone like, right, I've told you, so now you've just got to hold me accountable for it. It doesn't work like that. It helps you get into the right mindset. You go, oh God, I've told someone that I'm going to do this now. I better go and do it. But it is actually all the hard work that you've got to do. Okay? So send me a little thumbs up for accountability. I think that's probably the most important one. Number 5, really, really important. Oh, apart from number 7, like number 7. Number 6. Record your progress. So this is really important if you have a really long goal. So I can see that Debs is online, and Debs, I love using you for a bit of an example. Debs has lost 4 stone, probably more than that now. Debs has lost loads and loads of weight. But obviously that's not something that happens overnight. That's something that happens over a really, really, really long period of time. And it's really hard in that time to keep yourself motivated. So it's super important through that time that you actually track progression and you make note of it. Because you could probably stop at the first stone and just be like, well, I've done a bit and I'm just not really feeling there's not that much different anymore. And, I think maybe this is about as far as I can get. But you have to keep recording and keep pushing your boundaries and keep trying to get a little bit further. So there's loads of ways that you can do that. I think a really simple way is by having a diary, whether that's online or offline. There's a really good app called Grid Diary, and you can write down the things that you record. So it will say you have a different day, and you can flick through all your days, so you can always go back and see how your days were. You can kind of rate your day out of 10. What have you achieved? What do you need to park for another day? You can just choose also all the bits that you fill in, and you can change them. So if there's something that you're feeling that you don't need to record anymore, you don't record it. If there's something else you need to pick up on, then pick up on it. That's all good. So yeah, recording that progress. So offline you could just have a diary. Something else that I absolutely love, hold very close to my heart, I'm really excited because it's December and I get to open it soon, is my happiness jar. So this is something I started on the 1st of January last year. I have a cute little jar, and I have a memo pad, and if I write anything down that's happened that's good in my day, then I'll write it down and I'll put it in the happiness jar. And my jar is so jam-packed full of stuff, but it's remembering all the little things. And a big thing for me with that is that I'm remembering to be positive. I know I can talk live and I can be very positive, but that doesn't mean to say that 100% of the day I feel like this. It's something that you have to build yourself up to. And I put loads and loads of things in place and implementing into my life so that I do stay positive and that I do keep pushing forwards, because it's not just something that happens. We can all feel a little bit rubbish. Totally appreciate that. So recording how you're feeling and what you're doing and focusing on the positives is going to keep you motivated and pushing you forwards and keeping you on track. So important. Also, talking it through with a friend or a partner, someone that you feel that you can actually trust and talk to properly and is going to understand. I've got an absolutely amazing supportive partner who I could just talk to about anything, and I know that he's got my back. If you've got someone like that, totally do that. These are just really simple steps that are just going to help you implement that change. You know, if you tell someone else, if you're recording that progress, it's more likely that you're going to keep pushing yourself forwards. So important. And actually, if you know that someone, if you know someone there that is going to help you record your progress and that you want to hold accountable, just tag them in the comments and say, look, this person's talking about accountability. Can you be my accountability buddy? Just pop their name in the comments and see if they'll happily do it for you. I doubt that there's anyone in the world that'd be like, I don't want to help you with your goal. Yeah, right. There's so many people out there that are so willing to help you. You just have to reach your arm out and ask. Now, and that leads me on to number 7. So number 7 is, remember that you deserve it. I say that I deserve it to pretty much anything. If I buy myself new shoes, yeah, I deserve them. If I buy myself a Christmas tack jumper, I bought a new jumper the other day, which is actually pretty terrible, but I'm getting married next year and it says, last Christmas as Miss Hurst. You know, I'm only going to use that for one Christmas. It cost me 20 quid, but I deserve it. I totally want that. I'm having it. And absolutely anything. All of my goals, all of the things that I want to do. I have spent loads and loads of time this year working on how I can get K-Fit out to more people and how we can have exercise implemented into active lifestyles for more people, because what I was running before would only work for a certain group of people, and now I want to build it out so that it works for many more people, because I know how hard it is to implement that active lifestyle. If it wasn't my job, I think I'd really struggle, and that's not something that's not right. So those have been my big goals this year, to try and change that. And it's not just something that happens overnight and you have to work really hard, and I want to see those results, but also I feel like, you know what, I deserve those results. I've worked really hard, I've done everything I need to do, all the right steps are in place. It's not just something that magically happens. I'm going to have to keep reaching out, I'm going to have to keep telling people about it, I'm going to have to keep blowing smoke up my ass and telling people how amazing this is, and that's something that actually is quite tricky, and I hope that I don't come across like that, but it is that I'm just so excited about what I have to do and how I have to tell people what I'm doing and how other people can get active, because it's something that's so personal to me and how it makes me feel. Why would I not share that feeling? You know, those are loads and loads of things that I feel like I deserve. I've put the work in, I've sent this out to so many people, I deserve to share it with people. And also, I also feel like, particularly for fitness, everyone deserves that good feeling, you know, the serotonin that is released, the good happy hormone that is released from exercising, that gets rid of all the day stresses, any worries. You don't have time to think about anything else. This is just your time for you, and you totally deserve it. That's the big thing that I use fitness for. It's not for the six-pack, it's not for your booty or anything like that. Those are things that I feel like they're a byproduct of fitness, and they're things that just kind of come along. I do it because I feel incredible and I deserve to feel like that. So if you feel like that, send me a little bit of love, because I absolutely love that. And as I said, those are the 7 steps that are there for your fitness goals, but they can also work into loads of other different goals. They totally can. They are your personal goals. They belong to you, so own them. They are yours. You work towards what you want to have. Okay, so that's your summary. I'm just going to quickly go through the little titles of all those 7 again, and then we'll wrap it up. So, number 1, for reaching your goal, allocate a time and stick to it. Find a time that works for you and that you're going to implement into planning and working on your goals. Number 2, get up 30 minutes earlier. You're not going to get that much benefit from that extra 30 minutes. Just get out of bed, have a bit more energy, and be proactive about what you want to do. Number 3, don't sit down. So when you feel like you've come in from work, everything's tired, maybe you've been to the shops to buy dinner before and you need a few minutes to wind down, and you feel like you could just sit down for 5 minutes, it's going to turn into half an hour. Don't sit down, keep yourself up and active. Number 4, put other jobs out of sight and your phone in another room. While you're working on something, do not have your phone there for procrastination. Don't look at your ironing pile, just get what you need to do done. Number 5, tell other people about your new routine. So that's all about that accountability. As I said, if you want to find an accountability buddy, tag them in the comments and ask them if they'll be your accountability buddy. I highly, highly doubt that anyone is going to say no. So get yourself on your goal track straight away. Number 6, record your progress. So it's going to be baby steps, teeny tiny steps every single day. That's why people don't reach their goals so often, because they want the big step straight away and it doesn't quite work like that. So if that is the case, record your progress and make sure you keep checking back on that and seeing where you've come from to where you are now. And then number 7, super important, all about you. I don't even care if this sounds a bit woo-woo, but remember that you deserve it. It's your goal, own it. Totally yours. Don't let anyone else get in the way. If anyone else tries to tell you that you can't do that, that's their problem. It is nothing to do with you. You can do anything that you set your mind to, so just go and do it. So, let's have a little summary then. That was our 7 tips and tricks to keep you on track. That's something that's implemented into both our fitness courses. So that's going to be in Hit at Home, both the Body Confidence in 4 weeks and the 12-week challenge. And this is also something that I personally implement in the K-Fit Club, which is our membership site. So you can have a little look at them if you want to. The big launch is going to be on January the 5th for the 12-week challenge. And that in there is where I'm going to hold you personally accountable to your goals as well. Anyone that signs up from the 5th of January when it opens to the 8th of January when I start the accountability program is going to hold me. I'm going to hold them personally accountable by being in that accountability program and making sure that people are getting their fitness in, because it is super important and I'm very passionate about it. So, I would like you to tell me which one of those stood out for you the most, out of the 1 to 7, and if you can't remember the number, just tell me what it was in the comments and let me know. I'd love to know what you thought was the most standout thing to you. That's something, it's a little tweak that you're going to have to make in your life, in your day-to-day life, that actually you think, you know what, I can implement that and I can start that straight away. Start today. Do not wait until tomorrow or January. God, don't wait till January. Just start now. Just get going with it. And if you have any other experiences or anything that you've found that you've tweaked and changed in your life, let us know. It might not be anything, might not be any of those 7 tips, but if it's something else, again, pop it in the comments, because I'd love to hear about it and just see if that's something that can help other people too that may watch this video a little bit later. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm just going to ask you one more time, if you thought that was a good enough message, please, first of all send me a thumbs up, but also hit that share button. Sharing the video is the most important thing. Whether you like the message or you like my Christmas tree, then please hit that share button. I'd really appreciate it. Debs likes all of them, but especially accountability, because I need to tell people, because then I know I'll do it. Exactly, Debs, exactly. So making sure that if you do tell someone, you almost hold yourself like, it's almost a not looking silly thing, but you know, I've said it now, so now I'm going to have to do it. It's not just something that's in my head, I've actually voiced it. So yeah, so important. I thank you. I really appreciate that, first of all, you watching it, and secondly, that you found that that's really going to help you. So thank you so much. So yes, send me a little thumbs up. Again, anyone else, if you want to tell me which ones really helped you, then please do. I'll be back for another Facebook Live soon. I will let you know as and when it happens. If you want to know straight away, or you want just a little bit more help and support in that meantime, come and join us in the K-Fit fam. I'm going to pop everything in the comments for you, so you can come and join us, but it's just our little Facebook group that we hold everyone in there, and they can just talk about any kind of goals. That's there for support, it's there for motivation, and just helping you stay on track. It's completely free, just come and join us. So thank you very much. I'm going to be at classes this evening, so if you're at classes, I will see you then. If not, then I will see you on a Facebook Live very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.